to your mother, brother fucker.
I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to hit a chick, but I gotta tell you, it felt good. I mean, I wouldn't do it again, but with this psycho, you know, it was warranted.
It's a new year, and with the new year means new episodes to some of our most favorite shows. You already know what it is, baby. The Boys, Invincible, Jack Reacher, Jack Ryan just dropped as well. So, if you'd like to join me on this magical journey where I talk about super dope shit, go and sign up for Amazon Prime. And when you get that Amazon Prime, go ahead and jump over to Amazon Video. Catch up! The Boys is the best goddamn show out there. Probably the best superhero show we've ever received. And I can't wait to talk about it with you. Peace. So, how did we get here? Oh, it's a journey and I'm finna take you on it. Okay, so, a month ago? 2 months ago, I think it's been roughly about 2 months since Henry Cavill basically announced that he wasn't going to be returning for the newest season of The Witcher. At that point in time, I have a feeling Henry thought that he was going to become Superman again. I've already spoken on that. Didn't work out. But Superman wasn't the main reason as to why Henry left The Witcher. Now, he never outwardly expressed, he never spoke negatively about anyone as to the reason why he had left. Then, a week or two later, it became knowledge that there were background disputes between Henry Cavill and the showrunner and also the writers department, where Henry wanted to blend the best of both worlds. He wanted to bring us the video game version of Geralt while also maintaining the philosophical nature of the Geralt from the books, whereas the showrunner kind of wanted Henry Cavill to basically just be the silent, gruff beefcake Geralt, where everything is like a snort or a snarky reply in a gruff voice, but there really isn't any deep substance to the character. Henry disagreed. They wanted the character this way. He wanted to make the character more that way. So he decided to just wash his hands of the situation and he walked away. Now, remind you, Henry Cavill himself never took time out of his day to disparage anyone. He just basically said, you know what you guys are doing right here, it doesn't work for me. I want to be more traditional with the character, so I'm going to go off, and I'm probably going to be Superman, but I've missed my mark on Superman. Now I own the entire Warhammer 4K universe on Amazon Prime. Shit works out for people. Then, a week or two after that, a few funny, interesting things happened. Thing number one, there was a podcaster, and if you want to go and look this person up because they're full of shit, I'm not going to put their name or any of that information. Go to Google, type in Henry Cavill on-set sexism in the YouTubes on the Google, and it will show you this person and what exactly they said. But to paraphrase, they said that Henry Cavill became difficult to work with on set, where he was being very sexist and dismissive to the women who worked on set. Okay, will you provide us proof, please? And when the proof was requested, and I'm also assuming Henry Cavill's PR team called them and was like, unless you got proof, we finna sue. They backtracked and they said, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is just like rumors that I may or may not have heard. It may not be completely true. I like Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's a really decent guy. We thought that was the end of it. You know, we kind of walked away from the situation. Okay, somebody wanted some clout, you know. They wanted a little bit of pizzazz, you know. But then something else funny happened, which is there's a Witcher subreddit and there is a Witcher Netflix show subreddit. Usually these two subreddits cross each other's path because, of course, the TV show and the book readers will sometimes judge the direction that the story is going on the TV show, whereas people who only watch the show will jump over to the regular Witcher subreddit to more or less ascertain what's going on with these characters. How does this work? What's happening here? This is typically how things happen. Now, TV show subreddits are run by the PR department for the show, or for Netflix that they put in place for the show. The funny thing that started happening was there started to be Henry Cavill attacks on the Witcher TV show subreddit, where it's a very heavily curated subreddit. Most of the times, from what I'm seeing from people that posted in the regular Witcher subreddit, they do not allow disparaging or attacks on any of the members of the cast. When people were attacking, I do not remember her name, but she plays Yennefer on the Netflix series. When they were attacking her, all those posts were plucked, deleted. Those individuals were banned and not allowed to come back onto the subreddit again. But for about a week, the Witcher TV show subreddit was allowing Henry Cavill slander posts, and people were trying to figure out what the hell is going on around here. Why all of a sudden, when Henry decided that he was going to leave, where is all of this coming from? Well, it turns out that this was all coming from a specific place, and the specific place was the current showrunner for the Witcher TV show series. Because if you remember, there was another article that had come out between the Henry Cavill leaving and the disparaging attacks. This article spoke about how basically the showrunner didn't like the books, and the writing room didn't like the books, and they would attack the books and disparage the books and put the books down and call it trash, and that their vision for The Witcher, they felt like, was a lot better than the vision that the author created in the books. It's the equivalent of what Dan and Dave did with season 8 of Game of Thrones, where they basically decided to take the characters and everything in one direction, whereas George R.R. Martin was like, no, there are steps that we have to build, a path that we have to follow going forward to explain the motivations and the internal understandings of the characters. They didn't like that. Like I said, they wanted beefcake, great to look at, gruff, manly man Geralt, not philosophical Geralt. And these attacks apparently made somebody feel a certain type of way. The showrunner for the Witcher series is let us look up the person's name right now, because I absolutely forgot. Witcher Netflix showrunner. I forgot her name. Her name is Lauren Schmidt Heisrich. She's the current series creator and for the television series The Witcher. She's the showrunner for The Witcher. And basically these attacks, along with Henry Cavill leaving, along with the petition to bring him back reaching 300,000, and then the negative comments about the lesser of the Hemsworth, Liam, coming in to basically take over for Henry Cavill as Geralt, rubbed her the wrong way. And she may have flicked a few dominoes here and there to initiate basically a smear campaign against Henry Cavill to disrupt his career, where it's basically, you chose to leave my show, I'm going to make sure that I crush any and all of your prospects. Here's the thing. It's called, the situation I like to look at is called like the Streisand effect, where if you just didn't give a shit, you just let the guy leave, you replace him with a completely new lead, and you move on with your day. If you just do that, most of this shit wouldn't happen in any way, shape, or form. Most people would be like, okay, Henry's left, but, you know, we're looking forward to Liam essentially coming in. But now, because you're basically been running around, moving pieces here and there, doing a whole little smear campaign here and there, taking pot shots here and there, reminding Twitter that you're the person who introduced Henry Cavill to the books, to which, like, other people took that interview and was like, yeah, but he was like a fan of the video games. Like, yes, you told him that there were books because he didn't know there were books. Then he read all the books and was like, oh, holy shit, we completely don't understand what's going on with Geralt. Like, our depiction of Geralt is absolutely wrong with the depiction of Geralt in the books, you took offense. It's like, you took offense. And then the question is like, well, why did you take offense? Because after this season of The Witcher, that's it. I do not foresee there being a season 5. I think we're on season 5, season 4. There's not going to be another season of The Witcher. Basically, Liam Hemsworth is coming in to wrap up production. Then once this is done, it is done. Netflix is probably not going to renew it for another season. So to quote my main homegirl whose song I'm about to drop in here, you about to lose your job. Because she's about to lose her job, it's more or less scorched earth, which is a little bit of a vindictiveness on her end, because it's kind of funny that people have actually scoured interviews with directors and people who've worked on set with Henry Cavill. Here's one from a director who worked with him on set about how he treated everybody on set.
Comes to set and he doesn't shake he shakes everyone's hand. He goes around the entire room. And this is not a small operation we're doing. This is not a homemade movie. This is a movie where 800 people go through the lunch line. This is a big ass production. So when he shakes everyone's hand, I basically sit down because I'm going to be there for a little while. And he looks at everyone. He knows everyone's name. He knows how they're doing, what they do. And if there's someone like new there, he'll spot them and he'll say, "Who's that?" Or he'll go right up to them and introduce himself and say, "Hey, my name is Henry. What you doing?" And find out what they're doing there. He's amazing. It was pretty good, you know. Yeah. He could be a politician.
He's actually a decent and nice human being. He treated everybody with respect. So when these articles and these little nuggets of information were kind of sliming their way onto Twitter, no one took it seriously, because most people who follow Henry Cavill have been following The Witcher had receipts from how he interacted with people in the interviews. Like, not even the women of the show. And there are a ton of fantastic female actresses on this show. None of them came out to say that Henry Cavill in any way, shape, or form treated them negatively or treated them bad in any way, shape, or form. They were almost as bamboozled and perplexed as everybody else. They wished him a farewell, but it wasn't like, "Oh my God, thank God Henry Cavill is gone because he was so horrible to me on set. Every time I got my line wrong, he was just attacking me." Why we do this? Why we play these games? There's no reason to play these games. Like, he left. He's gone. He's moved on. This current situation of people review bombing Witcher, whatever the fuck, the prequel story that just came out on Netflix, that is completely of your creation. Because if you had just because everybody loves Michelle Yeoh, but if you had just let the work stand for itself, instead of trying to shift any type of blame that you felt you may be due onto Henry Cavill, then also ruin the man's career in a post-Me Too movement where you are hanged and quartered by the online mob before you are ever even allowed to step foot in a courtroom, is slimeball goofy to me. Like, I think Charlemagne has Donkey of the Day, but I need something better than Donkey of the Day. Like we need the goof. I need to create like a goofball award. Like you need to become a member of the goof troop, because like this is some wild shit. This is why, like, usually I'm completely against like review bombing. I'm like, no, review bombing is absolutely fucking horrible. But you created the situation that you're currently dealing with. I can't help you. Like, you did this to yourself. You did this to you. And like, I feel as though Netflix is watching and they're like, okay, this show is not going over well. And then they're going to put out the next season of The Witcher, and it's probably not going to be good. And then as soon as it's not good, Netflix is just going to be like, that was the last season of The Witcher. It's a fantastic job. Thank you, Henry Cavill. Thank you, Liam Hemsworth. Thank you, the current showrunner, Lauren. But we're moving on. We're closing up shop. And then we're going to see where your career goes from there, because I have a feeling it's going to be like Dan and Dave, where you're looking at the entire 1 minute, you're standing on top of the world, you're the kings of HBO. Game of Thrones is the cultural phenomenon that has dominated the mental mind space for the last 10 years, and you can do no wrong. The next minute, Star Wars is calling you, telling you, no, we are not going to go forward with your Star Wars series. Netflix hits you up, and they're like, no, we're not going to go forward with any of our 4 series. And the next thing you know, you're back to making straight-to-DVD movies. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy. Just a guy on the internet who's seen this all before. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.